You have to treat men like a free trial. My name is Naomi, and you're watching my channel, Saint to Siren. Subscribe and hit the notification bell because it's time to win. Now, you have to treat men like a free trial because they are treating us like an experience. This is why they future fake, because it makes us believe like there's something there so we can give our treasure. What's our treasure? It's our warmth, it's how we feel on the inside, it's how we turn a house into a home. We just add a lot of color to their life.
I enjoy the woman running the house and the man running around it.
Yeah.
Because, bro, I've been to these niggas' houses with no girlfriend. It smell like pee in the bathroom. I don't like it. Soon as you get a woman to doctor that shit up, now you the player.
That's a home.
Right?
Yeah.
Your house now, you only know what to do because she told you how to smell that motherfucker.
Yeah.
For women, they need to understand the power they have.
Right.
Because a man is only as strong as the women he chooses to follow. But
It's okay to show interest in a man, but what's not okay is to give them a wife experience when you're not a wife. Because we don't know what the viewpoint of this man is towards us. Just how Klay was keeping a diary of his, conquests. He could have seen Meg and was like, "Oh, I want a taste of that." Megan, she's fiery, she's beautiful, she just carries a different energy compared to his last girlfriends that they have shared online. So he wanted to see what that's about, but he didn't want to make it serious. And you just don't know a man's intentions until you can see the full picture. And the way you see the full picture is by letting him paint it, is by letting him pay for it, since he wants an experience. I really don't think to the core him cheating is what's really causing the pain for Megan and for most women that go through some experience like this. It's the fact that she believed in it. It's the fact that she spent energy in it. She was cooking for his family, cooking for him. She was being an emotional support, and that takes a lot of energy. I want you to know, Siren, again, energy is the real currency, and men use our energy to regulate themselves. They use it with sex, they use it with their emotions. They don't go to their friends and just relay everything that's going on with them and become emotional. They don't do that with their friends, but they do that with us. When they come to us, they can be infantile, they can cry, and we don't see it as a negative thing. When he was going through his season and Megan revealed that he was being mean, possibly, hurtful, abusive, that, and he was like unloading on her, that's what they feel like they can do. That's the brunt that we take on. But I also want to let you know, the first time a man is being mean to you, the first time he's being inconsiderate, the first time he's not, there's a change in his relation towards you, is the first red flag. When you're going through a stressful situation and your first inclination is to be mean, rude, and nasty to me, you got to get out of there. And I'm quite sure she saw a lot of red flags, but because she believed that this relationship was going somewhere, because he knew she didn't have a family, she doesn't have anyone else around him, because he knew her circumstances versus his, he could use that to get the experience out of her, to manipulate her. So that's why it's so important for you to sit back and let a man show you what he's about and not interfere by you investing and showing him what you're about until you see where his intentions are for you. And there's no time limit in that. That can take some time to show. But what I can say is that when you let enough time go by, you will see him in all his states, angry, happy, mad, sad. and then how he treats you when he is angry, happy, mad, sad. I do not think she really has a problem with him cheating as much as she had a problem with her believing in that she could have a family, she could be with an amazing man because she's an amazing woman, and actually investing her energy into it. Because with her previous relationship, Tory Lane, Party, although those didn't obviously work out, she never invested into it. I think she saw what it really was and moved accordingly. But with Klay, there was a different story for her, and he got her. You know what I'm saying? He was that shark that got her, that snuck up on her. He seems like a cornball. He seems like a nerd, as in safe. But let me tell you, no man is safe. They are truly all the same, out to fulfill their own needs in a selfish way. And that's the way you need to start moving, because patriarchy is trained men to be goal oriented, and patriarchy has trained women to only be a supportive force in that dynamic. And so when you're goal oriented, you are selfish. You only need your needs met. And that is the way you need to move too. Be selfish. Look look at this free trial, right? If men are looking at us for an experience, look at them as a free trial and be so is this free trial, like when you sign up for Netflix, they give you a free trial. Is this free trial for me? Do I really am I really gonna win where I'm at with this person? Don't just fall into the, oh, he loves me, I love him, like the ooey gooey. No, this is the real world. In the real world, don't play fair. You have to only think about your needs, because men get a lot off of women. They gain a lot off of women. We bring color to their lives. So we have to make sure the color that we're bringing is going to be respected. I'll give you an example. I had tapped in with this guy that I knew a long time ago when I was like 18, 19. I just seen him on social media. I mean, seen him on IG, and I added him, and then like we were just talking in the DMs, nothing romantic, nothing, sexual, just all platonic, catching up. Gave him my number, and I thought, we were just gonna tap in one time, just a smooth, like, it's a smooth type situation. But no, when I was first talking to him, he was telling me about how he was going through a hard time, and then I told him, well, I'm going through my divorce, and it was just kind of nice to like talk to somebody about things that you're going through and then move on. And I really thought it was just going to be like a tap in right quick, and then maybe I won't hear from you for the next 6 months. Maybe I won't hear from you next year, or maybe you'll invite me to your birthday. And, in that type of situation, we just like each other's pictures or whatever, comment on Instagram, that type of like relaxed type of situation. But over time, he was trying to talk to me all the time, call me all the time, like really take up my time, like every day or every other day. He's trying to have long conversations with me. And baby, I have a career. I have other things I'm trying to do. I and I need time for myself. I don't have all this time for you. And what I slowly realized is that he needed emotional regulation. And that's what men get off of us, the ability to emotionally regulate themselves using us. That guy, he's going through a pretty rough time, which I empathize with. But I also felt like he was trying to use me to get through that rough time by taking up my time, and then trying to manipulate me by trying to get closer to me, like, you know, we can be together, I can help you, you can help me. Like he would drop these, like he was trying to insinuate more of like wanting to be in a closer relationship, you know? And I was like, you know what, you're doing too much. You're trying to now be more intimate with me. You're trying to manipulate me to regulate you. You're trying to siphon me of my energy, right? So you could feel better. Absolutely not. At our grown age, at our grown age, you need to be able to regulate your damn self, because I had to do it on my own. And guess what? It's your turn to do it. It's time for you to do it. You need to do that on your own. Don't try to manipulate me into a relationship because you are not financially steady. And you see that I am. No. And I'll show you the text messages. I'll show you this is a text message. You know, he was sending me long paragraphs. He was sending me, um, always asking me to call him, always, you know, reaching out, just texting. Over time, he basically just texting, talking to himself in my text messages. And then he came up and was like, I need to ask you a question. And I just wanted to let you know, anytime, especially in the black culture, anytime anyone asks you, oh, let me just ask you a question real quick, they want to get something from you that's going to harm you but benefit them. So when he was asking me, oh, I just let me let me ask you a question, hit me back up, I was like, you're going to ask me a question, you're going to ask for money, you're going to ask for my time, you're going to ask me to do something to hook onto me, right? And then later it finally came out. That's what I'm saying, like, just relax, Siren, just relax. Shit, it's going to come out about the intentions. And it finally came out. And his last text to me was, you know, I'm not looking for, a situationship or just some girl on the side. I'm looking for someone to be by my side, like down by my side for a long time, basically. I'm looking for someone who's going to be down for me. And I was like, no, you looking for a dummy. You're looking for someone trying to save you. That you trying to use me. So I was like, that's the question. That's your angle. And the reason why it never worked on me is because I don't like him. I'm not interested in him at all. I was just trying to tap in, like that's it. I was just trying to tap in real quick, say hi, bye, and maybe I'll hear from you on the next fly or whatever. But you was trying to snag onto me, to siphon me, to bring me down because you can't emotionally regulate yourself. And that's the example I'm trying to give you. You don't know someone's angle. Men are very strategic, and they'll use love, they'll use care, they'll use sex to manipulate you into getting whatever they want. But all you have to do is just relax. Femininity is relaxation. Femininity is taking your time and seeing what's right for you. Masculinity is quick, fast, hurry, hurry, hurry. And when someone wants to manipulate you, they're going to be really quick, fast. I want your attention now, 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 because it will knock you off. I don't know, like, when Meg Thee Stallion and Clay's relationship, um, I don't know when it started. I don't know if it was a fast type of thing. It seemed pretty fast, right? But anytime you're feeling loved bomb, anytime things are just going so fast and it just seems too good to be true, relax, pull back, and wait. Don't sign anything, don't pay for anything, don't do anything, and just let everything come out in the wash. And the true intentions of what it really is will surface. You just got to give it time, because femininity is time, is luxury, is relaxation. I also have a second theory that I want to tell you guys. Men need resistance, they need rejection. And that is one thing we are not very good at giving men, because of the way patriarchy has conditioned our mind into a prey mindset and has conditioned men's mind into a predator mindset. I don't know if it's testosterone or if it's patriarchy, the way they've conditioned men. Maybe it's a mix of nature versus nurture, but they need rejection, they need resistance to feel balanced. That's why men love mean women, or that one book, Why Men Love Bitches. It's because they provide a resistance, they provide a rejection, and men love rejection.
Number one, like any human being, but especially men, Men don't like it when you're too predictable. Because you being predictable for them, it makes you safe, convenient, and guaranteed. And when you're guaranteed, people take advantage of you. When you're unpredictable, they don't know how you're going to show up. So you're always going to have them on their toes. And men like it when they have a good amount of challenge, that kind of healthy amount of push pull. Number two, even if they may not always like it or push back on it, men can low key respect a woman that can have a mind of her own, that's independent, and don't mind giving a little bit of conflict when need be. It shows that she can be authentic than trying to be the perfect woman for him. Trying to be the best girl for him goes back to number one, you become too safe and you get taken for granted. Number three, now this is usually without men realizing it. When a woman is a bit challenging and assertive, that kind of boosts a man to want to be a bit dominant. Like, in so many words, like he's going out of his way to prove himself. Now, depending on the man's maturity, he can kind of go a little bit overboard, but overall, a man wants to feel like, okay, I can put a woman in her place, almost like a who can put who in their place the best. And again, they may not like it, but she becomes very, very intriguing for him, even if he won't admit it out loud. Number four. Now, with that resistance that you're giving him, and him in return proving his dominance to you, but he's also seeking your approval because of that resistance as well. Again, it goes back to number one. When you're not predictable, he doesn't know if you're going to be nice one day, soft the next, which also builds up that sexual or intimate intensity, that chemistry, which makes you more attractive to him. Almost like it's never a dull moment with you. Number five, he likes that you have your own identity. Like, yes, he can touch you, but you're not 100% locked down. You're not tethered to him. Every time you're in his proximity, he's hyper focused on you. And depending on the guy, that can be a gift and a curse for women. The gift is the overall self respect, but the curse, because again, depending on the man, especially majority of the men that we run into, if he feels like he can't have you at least wrapped around where he has some form of control, because you know your worth to walk away. And if you stay, you're way too smart to play mental gymnastics that he can do with a weak woman.
I think um, this is just an opinion with the Klay and Meg situation. Klay Thompson in this simulation, for his experience, he's always gotten praise or always gotten whatever he wanted. He's always gotten women to fawn. You know, he's light skinned, he has nice hair, he's black, and he has money and he's talented. That that'll swoop, any woman to want to grab at him. He is the quintessential catch, so to speak. And so he's never had any woman just reject him, call him a loser, not good enough, you know, before he started acting a fool, you know, always in the beginning. I mean, or what I really mainly believe is when he went for the experience with Meg the Stallion, I think he was looking for Tina Snow. I think he was looking for someone to backhand him, someone to be like, you ain't like a dominatrix type thing, not a Megan Pete, not someone to love him, not someone to care for him, cook for him. That's what the last 10 did. He wanted something different, something that will shock his nervous system. He wanted that rejection. He wants that resistance. And he may be an avoidant. He just gets the same type of rigmarole. He's bored. On to the next, you know? Because he could have what every man really wants. 30 bitches after him. He got that. He can have all the attention. Like after a while, yeah, your favorite meal may be a T-bone steak, but sometimes spaghetti and fried fish just hit the spot a bit better because it's different. So I really think what he's looking for with something different than what he's been getting. But, you know, he's a quintessential catch. So that's gonna make Megan, it's gonna make any girl, not just Megan, it's gonna make any girl excited and want to play a traditional gender role, because patriarchy has conditioned us to think that way and be that way and think that's what a man wants, and want a marriage and think that's all a man, think that's marriage and kids, like that's the ultimate goal for everybody. And you don't know that. You don't know everybody's playbook. I'm going to be coming out with a ebook that will really help you provide more resistance and more rejection for men so you can get a better outcome. Because I'll tell you this, when you're mean, it's more loving to yourself. When you don't give access, when you don't care, it shows that you love yourself and you're focused on yourself. It actually provides more room for another person to come in. Because honestly, when you really think about it metaphysically, when we give a lot of love and care, we're actually taking up a lot of space in between the connection of you and another person. But when we withhold the love and care, it allows that person to come in and take up space. In a way, Klay may be avoidant. Just as another angle to look at it, he may be avoidant. So he may feel like it was a bit smothering. Although he led Megan on, it may have been a bit smothering for her to like cook and clean and this and that, and not be that hot girl Meg that he sees out in the media, but be domesticated. And then it's like taking up so much space, and he's like, this is a lot. This is a lot to handle. This is a lot of ooey gooey. This is a lot. I don't really want this. And I need to take a step back. I don't want to be with you anymore, right? Whereas if she had held back her energy, like I say, treated like a free trial, now he has all the space to come in and out and in and out, and fill the place with love, so she could see what it's really about before she gave just a little bit. Maybe she cooked a meal one time so he could see what it's like, instead of now cooking all the time and doing everything, and you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to come out with an ebook in the next couple of weeks so you could see tactics on how to give rejection and resistance. Treat every man as a free trial so that you can see clearly what's going on. Do not give your feelings so fast. Your feelings, your warmth, your treasure, your style, that's all they want. That's the experience. If they want an experience with you, let them pay for that. Let them take up all the room take up all the space in the room. You don't have to lean in. Actually lean back and let them lean in so you can see what they're leaning in with. Because again, I don't think it's so much the cheating that hurts us as women, but it's everything that we gave that will never be reciprocated that really hurts us and really spends our energy, because energy is the real currency.